Welcome back. There are certain topics that parents may find difficult to talk about with their kids, and puberty is one of them. And although it may be uncomfortable to talk about, it's very important. Today we have our Sanford pediatrician, Dr. Stephanie Hansen, here to give us some advice on how to start this discussion. I told you right away, I'm like, this is a great topic. Even if it scares you and you don't understand it as a parent, you kind of want to know what's going on. So let's start with, what should parents know about starting this discussion?
Yeah, well, I think the main thing I want parents to know is it's never too early to talk about puberty with your kids, and they're going to be exposed to that information much sooner than you think they are, either through school or from friends. So you want to be the trustworthy source of advice and information for them. So don't be afraid to dive into that topic.
So, yeah, because I was thinking, hard to talk about. We're not talking necessarily about the birds and the bees, but it does kind of go together. But let's talk about the fact that there's just lots of changes with their bodies.
Yes.
And, it can be scary when, you're going through this. And it seems like it's younger and younger than it used to be.
It's not so much that it's really a whole lot younger than it used to be, but it's just, I think we're more aware, we're more comfortable having that conversation. And again, kids are exposed to that information sooner than we really anticipate that they are. But if a kid has incomplete information or they flat out don't know what's going on, it can be really scary to them to start to see those changes in their body. So having that discussion or that series of conversations about what to expect can really go a long way in making them more comfortable and less anxious about the process. I'm
going to ask some questions about boys. I'm going to start, I'm a girl mom. So let's start with, some of the things that we should be aware of and talk to our daughters about. And because I also said it's not like this just happened.
Right.
Puberty it's a process.
Yeah, puberty is not, a 2-month period and then it's done. It's really actually several years of changes. And so you might start to see those early markers of puberty at 8, 9, 10 years old. That catches a lot of parents off guard. They're not prepared for that. But I think remembering that, again, it's a process, it's part of normal development, and it gives you many opportunities to become closer to your child, to interact with them in a way, and to celebrate the fact that they're growing up.
I like that you use that word because I say that all the time too. We're celebrating that you're getting older and you're going to become a woman. Yeah. Let's talk about boys, because I think I'm not a boy mom, and but at least when you have a daughter, you're like, well, I kind of remember when I went through this. But for moms, I don't know what puberty for a boy really looks like.
Yeah, so boys are going to see some of the same changes that girls do, some different changes. Noticing a little bit of body odor, growing some hair in places where they previously didn't have any. A little bit of acne, later on some voice deepening, and then some changes in their genitals, both in size and in shape. Those are some things that boys will notice as part of their puberty.
Talking about boys and girls, I would imagine not knowing what's happening with your body, having this discussion will help with, some self-confidence.
Yes.
I would imagine not knowing if you are different or, weird. You're not weird, but at that age, it's like, this is weird, what's happening with my body.
Yeah, so I think you can be that source of reassurance and comfort for your child, just like you hope to be throughout their whole life. This is one part of a series of conversations you're going to have with them about their anxieties, about changes and growing up. And not only do kids go through these physical changes, but they also go through a lot of emotional changes during puberty. They're looking for independence. They're starting to think more broadly about the world. They become passionate about social justice and causes. They start to have romantic feelings. So, these are all just a whirlwind of changes that kids are going through.
Right, it's not just physical. I'm glad you said that too. And I feel like it's like, wow, are you becoming hormonal or what? But it's just, everything is changing.
I always tell kids, the thing I remember most about that time in my own life is feeling every feeling at once. I was sad, I was happy, I was angry, and many times that would change from moment to moment. And even reassuring kids that is normal, that it's normal to have strong feelings and emotions, and then giving them some tools about how to manage that. That's part of that whole puberty conversation.
And I think this is another reason why well checks are so important too, because every year, things are going great, but you can still talk to your pediatrician about these changes.
People think about well checks, you come and get your shots and you see how much you grew and you're done. But that really is an opportunity to even get some advice about how to to broach those tough topics. You know, I talk about puberty almost every day in the clinic. It's actually one of my favorite things to talk about because you can just see the relief on a kid's face when you reassure them that their body is normal.
Their body is normal. Dr. Hansen, thank you so much coming in, talking about these tough topics sometimes. Then even moms and dads don't have to be scared either. Stay with us. Coming up here on North Dakota Today, Giving Hearts Day, as we mentioned, just a few days away now. We're going to be talking about some of the amazing services that one of our favorites, Hope Inc. offers. That's next.